What's up everyone, Kodo Lewis here, back with some more Sunhaven content for you. In this one we're just going to be doing a quick little mini guide on the fishing altar and the fish locations for the fishing altar. I've got them all wrote down for you and everything. I know we already have a video on all the fishing locations and stuff like that, and all the fish and all that good stuff like that. We've already talked about that, but this is just specifically for the altar, for anybody who wants the altar and just it leads them here. It'll just help people out who are specifically looking for the altar and don't want to have to sort through that video that has that long, me going through every fish and stuff like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Basically, these are just the fish you're gonna need for the altar. We've got it here. I've got it pulled up on a document sheet here. Before we get into that though, let's go ahead and look at the skills I recommend getting. I recommend getting these skills 100%. If you're having trouble with getting these fish, then that's probably why, because you don't have these skills. Now these kind of are, let's say, a little higher level skills, but I mean not really. Fishing isn't that hard to level up, but these are what I recommend to get if you're having trouble getting the fish. These is probably why, because you don't have these. The first one is Familiar Waters. This is going to increase rare, epic, and legendary fish spawn rates. The next one I recommend getting is this Keen Eye. It kind of gives a sparkle on the fish when they have like a rare, epic, or legendary fish. So that is super helpful, because most of these fish are, or if not all of them, are rare, epic, and legendary for the altar. Spawning Season increases spawn rate of all fish. And then Advanced Fish Mapping, which increases the spawn rate of all legendary fish. So basically, just a bunch of spawn increasing stuff is all I recommend that you get. That's really it. And maybe the bubble net as well, if you want to make it easier now. That's a thing you can, just if you're struggling catching them, because those fish are going to be tough to reel in, because they are. There's a reason they put them on the altar, because they made them hard to reel in. I recommend getting the bubble net too, even if it's just level 1. That'll be fine. That's more than enough. It doesn't matter what level it is. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at this document I've got here that has all the locations wrote down and all the where the fish spawn at, and I'll have this in the description for you to download. That way you can keep it on hand if you want. It's pretty basic. It's just, here's the fishing location in the bold, and then here's the fish that spawn there, and these are all altar fish. So every one of these fish on the list you will need. Now some of these fish will spawn in other locations too, like sometimes, well, for the most part, most of them won't, honestly. Well, I mean, some of them do, some of them don't, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, we have the Sunhaven Town / Farms, Sunhaven Ocean, the Wilderness, the East Forest, the Wilderness East, and then the Forest West, my bad. And of course we have Nelvari Forest, Nelvari Town / Farm, the Sewer, Withergate Town, and Withergate Forest. Pretty self-explanatory. These are all the areas. And now if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about with these areas, go look at the fishing guide that I have on all fish locations. That's going to show, it's going to have me going around to each point in the map. I didn't want to do that in this video because I didn't want it to be super long, because I think most of you already know when I pull this up what I'm talking about. If I say Sunhaven Ocean, you know where the ocean is. If I say Nelvari Forest, you know where the Nelvari Forest is. Nelvari Town, you know where that is. The Sewer, you know where that is. It's pretty self-explanatory, but if you are confused on that and you want to know, but if you also want to know the higher spawn rate spots where I prefer to fish, go check out that video, because that's also in there. I'll leave it up in the cards, or if you just want to check out all the new fish that they added, that's going to be in the cards too. So a lot of good stuff for you, but pretty much that's all we had for you in this video. Just a real short, real simple guide on where you can find these fish. That's exactly where, because some of these are only going to spawn like in the forest areas or in the town areas and stuff like that, and this list is guaranteed where they will spawn 100%. There may be some other areas where they can spawn, but why risk on what could be when you know what will be for a fact? Go with this list and just fish there, and you'll get it in no time whatsoever. Then that's pretty much all I had for you. So if you found this video useful, make sure you leave a thumbs up, hit the like button. We definitely appreciate that. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you like this guide, if you like any Sunhaven guides, you're definitely gonna love this channel. We do so many Sunhaven guides. We're moving on to some other games too, but Sunhaven is still the main go-to game for this channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to those 250 subscribers. Appreciate all the love and help we can get with that. Any questions or comments, leave them down below. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one.